Today we're going to be working on lattice multiplication. Lattice multiplication is just another way to solve multiplication problems. For our first problem, it's 29 times 6. When you begin with lattice, you're going to draw boxes. I start off with two boxes that are side by side. I then am going to write my problem 29 times 6. When using lattice, you're going to start and divide the boxes with diagonal lines. Then you'll be able to start multiplying. In order to start the first problem, you're going to use 9 times 6. I know that 9 times 6 is 54, so I'm going to write it into the box like this. The 5 goes into the first diagonal part of that box, and the 4 goes into the second part of it because the answer of 9 times 6 is 54. Your next box, you're going to multiply 2 times 6, and I know that 2 times 6 is 12. Again, you write it into the box like that, 1 being first, 2 being second. The next thing that you're going to do is add the columns going diagonal. So in the first column, you have 4 plus nothing, which equals 4. In your second column, you have 2 plus 5, which equals 7. And in your last column, you have 1 plus nothing, which equals 1. So your answer for 29 times 6 is 174. For our next problem, we have 84 times 3. I know that my first number has 2 digits, so I'm going to draw a box with 2 boxes in it. You can then write your problem to make sure that you have all of the boxes correct. And I know that I have 84 times 3. Remember, for lattice, you need to cut the boxes diagonal. Then you can begin multiplying. For the first box, you're going to use the numbers that meet up. So this one is 4 times 3, which I know 4 times 3 is going to be 12. For the next box, you're going to use the numbers that meet up in that box, which would be 8 times 3. And I know 8 times 3 is going to be 24. Once you have the boxes multiplied out, you're going to add up going down the diagonals. So I know the first diagonal is 2 plus nothing. I know that 2 plus nothing is going to be 2. The second diagonal box just has 4 and 1, and I know 4 plus 1 is 5. And the last diagonal just has 2 inside of it, so 2 plus nothing is 2. So I know 84 times 3 is going to be 252. Our next problem is 2 digits by 2 digits. So we have 36 times 74. And our box for lattice is going to look a little bit different. Since I have 2 digits on top, I'm going to have a box that has 2 on top, and I have 2 digits on the side. I'm going to have 2 down the side. And I need to fill in this last box. You can go ahead and write in your problem 36 times 74. Remember, each digit gets its own box. Now you can start with your diagonals and drawing them. The first one, you're going to draw it down. The second one is the next corner, draw it all the way down. And the last one is this corner, draw it down. Now you're going to begin to multiply. So the first box is going to be 6 times 7. And I know that 6 times 7 is going to equal 42. Your next box is going to be 3 times 7. And I know that 3 times 7 is going to equal 21. The next box is down here is going to be 6 times 4. That's equal 24. And your last box is right here, which is going to be 3 times 4. And I know 3 times 4 is going to equal 12. Now I'm going to add up my diagonals. You might want to make your diagonals really clear so you know which numbers you are adding up. So I have 4 plus nothing is 4, 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6, and 2 plus nothing is 2. So my answer for 36 times 74 is 2,664. I have another 2 digit by 2 digit, so I need to make my lattice box. I start with 2 boxes up top, and I'm going to draw another box over to the side since it's 2 digits by 2 digits. And then you're going to fill it in so it looks like a square. You can then put your problem in, which would be 52 times 43. And once you have your problem, you need to go ahead and draw your diagonal lines. Now you're going to start to solve. The first box you're going to use 2 times 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So you're going to put a 0 in the first one and an 8 in the second one. Your next box is going to be 3 times 2, 0 here, and a 6 here. Your next box is going to be 5 times 4, which is going to be 20. And your last box is going to be 3 times 5, which is going to equal 15. Now you're going to add up the diagonals. The first one is 6 plus nothing is 6. 8 plus 0 plus 5 is going to be 13. You put your 3 down and you're going to carry your 1 to the next diagonal line. You have 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, which is going to equal 2. And 2 plus nothing is 2. So your answer for 52 times 43 is 2,236. The next problem is a 3-digit by 2-digit, which I know that you can complete. You're going to first draw your boxes. Since your first digit is 347, you need 3 different boxes going across. Your next digit is 36, so you need 2 boxes going down. Now that you have 2 boxes going down and 3 going across, you're going to fill it in so it looks like a rectangle. Go ahead and write in your problem 347 times 36. Now draw your diagonals. Your first diagonal starts with this bottom box and you draw it straight down. You go up to the next one and draw it straight down. Keep going around to the left and draw it straight down. And the last one, draw it straight down. Now you're going to begin multiplying. The first box is going to be 7 times 3, which is 21. Your next box is going to be 4 times 3, which is going to be 12. And the last box up top is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9, so you put a 0 and then your 9. Your next box is down below going to be 6 times 7, which is 42. Your middle box at the bottom is going to be 4 times 6, which is 24. And your last box at the bottom is 3 times 6, which is 18. Now that you did all your multiplying, you're going to add up the different diagonal columns. You have 2 plus nothing, which is 2. 1 plus 4, which is going to be 9. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8 is 14. You put your 4 down and carry your 1. 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 is going to be 12. Put your 2 down and carry your 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So your answer is going to be 12,492.